we launched the Women in Mountain Biking Network. And it's about a year ago, a little bit more. This group of women that has been involved has done an incredible lot of work. And we think it would be really good to give a bit of an update. Big thank you to SRAM as well, that helped to build up the network and has been really supportive. And I'll give the word to Manon and give us a bit of a recap of what you've done and accomplished last year.
Yep. Thank you, Mark. You took the first few sentences of my talk, but that's all good. So yeah, I'm Manon. I am member of the IMBA Europe board, and I coordinate the Women in Mountain Biking Network with Lauren Rowney, who is the Communications and Project Officer at IMBA Europe. Women in Mountain Biking is a European network, and it's hosted by IMBA Europe. It began early in last year, first with discussions with the board. How do we progress with one of our strategy points where we want more diverse participation in mountain biking and also within the mountain biking sector? So in the summit last year, we supported 10 women to join the summit. Is it all good?
You can step further away from the laptop.
Okay. There's my notes. 2 seconds. Yeah, so last year in Austria, we supported 10 women to join the summit. And these are women who would not have been there otherwise. And SRAM made it possible by helping with the registration to get these women there. And fantastically, this year, there are women who came last year through that grant scheme, and they already returned this year by their own means, and even some of them brought more women with them, their colleagues. And this is exactly what we wanted to see. Like the ripple effects that Roxy was talking about on Tuesday morning. You do something, take an action, and then you see that spreading, which is perfect. And we also really made an effort that year and this year to make sure that we had a balanced program in terms of who was presenting and delivering the sessions. And we really wanted to include the very valuable perspectives of women in mountain biking to help us grow and progress the sport. So I did want to touch on why this is important. Again, I did this last year, but in conversations with you this week, we hear questions, wanting to understand more. What is it that is different or might be holding some women back from joining mountain biking and the sector as a whole? Why are women-only spaces needed? But isn't mountain biking for everyone? But many of us want to say that we want to see more women in mountain biking and also in leadership positions. But if we say this, we have to mean it. And for this to happen, we need to understand what it is that can hold women back, stop them from wanting to try, or make them leave soon after they come into these spaces. So last year in Vienna, we held last year in Vienna at the summit and in online meetings, since we did ask women how it is, women in the mountain bike sector, how their experience is, how they experience mountain biking and how we can improve this if there are things that can make it more difficult. And what's really important to say is that what we learn from asking women, particularly about their experience, can also really resonate with a lot of you. And I know this from conversations again this week, and we can really use the feedback that we get to progress mountain bike culture for everybody, to make it a space that's more appealing and welcoming to everybody, not just women. And this makes it a really exciting movement to engage with, because we can really learn a lot. So I wanted to briefly touch on, again, kind of the key things that we heard, that sometimes the general, people can feel like the general perception of women, broadly, obviously not everyone, can make it hard to feel legitimate and gain respect. And this is people working within mountain biking, they notice this. And having less women means there is less community to get involved with, so lack of local rides with women can make it harder to get involved. It was amazing yesterday to see the buzz when the women came back from the ride before we had the gathering. It really is special, important, and it just helps to build the excitement for mountain biking, which is perfect. And women can feel that within industry, the environment can be off-putting if it feels maybe a bit unprofessional in language being used or how they are interacted with, and also isolating if you're the only one. I think anybody, if you're the only one of your peer in a workplace or organization, it can feel, not quite as welcoming as it could. And it can also feel edited if you feel like you have to behave slightly differently to how you would want to. So there's a shared responsibility in all of us to help with this, to help women feel accepted as a baseline, not needing to kind of really, really earn the respect, or to have to fight especially hard for that. More of us represented in the way that we would like to be represented, and that's why we can really help with this, to explain what it is that women would like to see more of, to help reach more women and bring more women in. And enjoyable leadership roles. So we do hear women can come into the mountain biking sector, have jobs for a year or two, but then we do also hear of them leaving because the environment wasn't quite right. So we want women in all areas of mountain biking, not just driving the women initiatives, but we really want women across the mountain bike sector to make sure that it's a space that people want to come into and to progress and grow mountain biking. So we came up with a number of goals, and particularly I might mention the goals for the IMBA Summit. We wanted to continue to really focus on making sure we had balance across the programme in terms of having women speaking and panellists, and we know there are women out there, of course, doing brilliant work. We've heard all about it this week, so really making sure that we reach them. We made sure to announce a summit date early on. We heard that this was important for people with lots of responsibilities, busy lives, make sure that people know it's happening and can plan. And we also held some online pre-summit events to explain what it is and who it's for. And we're really happy to see a great number of women at this year's summit. And we would like to think that we had some part to play in that, getting the word out that this happens. It's a great community to be part of, and we want women to be here and share their perspectives. So what we've done is, in the last year, we've recruited a steering committee of really great people. So Leslie Ingram from Edinburgh Napier and Developing Mountain Biking Scotland, an academic. Evelyn Elsinger, so these are the two that are here this week. And Evelyn is someone who came on the grant scheme last year, and this year she brought her colleague. So, she came by her own means and brought someone else with it, which is really great to see. Sonja Schreiter, so Evelyn is Netherlands, Sonja Schreiter from Germany, working with DIM as an advocacy officer. Fee Wallace and Kath Goody from Scotland and Wales, really heavily involved in trail associations, trail building, and Kath is also a guide, as is Evelyn. So with our steering committee, we wanted to make a vision and mission. Who are we? What are we doing? What do we want to see? And we realised we haven't shared this with the rest of the IMBA Europe board until now. So the Women in Mountain Biking Network got to hear this first last night. Our vision, we want to see a thriving and equitable mountain bike community across Europe where women are recognised, valued and visible as experts and leaders and key contributors to the mountain bike sector. And I realise, thank you, Thomas. And I wanted to define equitable because obviously I know everybody is not first language English speakers. So in this context, we mean it's fair and just, and that resources and support is given to address existing disparities, so inequalities or an imbalance, so that everybody can reach a common standard or a common experience and level the playing field. So we need to help where there is imbalance to improve that. And our mission is that the Women in Mountain Biking Network exists to connect, support and amplify the women who are working and volunteering across the European mountain bike sector. We aim to strengthen the position of women, not just as emerging voices or outsiders, but as essential experts who can really contribute and are fundamental to the development and sustainability of the sport. We're stronger together. And we promote the visibility, equity and representation of women to act as a point of expertise and connection for the sector. So you can engage with women's knowledge, leadership and lived experience. So we are here to communicate with the mountain bike sector and help to answer questions, help understand better, and really support women. So that's our mission. And this is, again, as we saw last night, it was fantastic to see the connection and support. When we had all the women together in the room, it was a really great moment to see that happening. So how much more? I don't have that much more. So our goals for the past year was to establish a communication platform and regular online meetings. We've been holding meetings online every second month on different topics, and to recruit our steering committee. They can really help shape our direction. And we wanted to expand the IMBA Summit SRAM grant scheme again for this year, which we managed to. So thanks to Rob Capucci from SRAM and Thomas, who instigated this last year. And yeah, so really thank you for that. In the coming year, our main key goal is to launch a mentoring scheme, which is inspired by the Uplift scheme, which is broadly for women in the cycling industry, but we recognise the mountain bike sector has really unique positions, so we can help to provide mentoring and leadership for women across the mountain bike sector. We want to make sure we help women access leadership positions through this mentoring and also through the IMBA Europe board. This is a key. We're really, in the next year, we are looking to recruit more women to the IMBA Europe board. And we want to share the learnings with the mountain bike sector. We've also found out this week that we don't have a social media account specific, so this is something we're also going to look at so we can help get the word out there. So I want to say a really big thank you to Lauren and our steering committee and members for the engagement so far. It's been really great, and last night was a perfect highlight to end the year. And thank you again to SRAM and IMBA Europe for the support in this. Please reach out. As we say, we're here. We have between ourselves and our network, we have a lot of experience and expertise to share. We want to help you and mountain biking to progress and grow. If you have a question, want to know more, want to understand better, please reach out. We're happy to talk with you. And in the meantime, we're really looking forward to getting stuck into our goals for year 2. So thank you for listening.